So one reason why you need a laptop stand is because that laptop is too low. So let me just show you here in my studio why this would be helpful, for example. So I'm gonna switch over to my camera phone. Here we go. So I've got my laptop here on my desk, but in order for, as you can see, even from the angle of my arm, I have to reach way down to reach the keyboard here. And optimally, when you're typing on your, see how I'm having to reach down to type on this thing? Optimally, your arms are gonna be at like a 90-degree angle, ergonomic angle here. And so you need the laptop to be lifted up higher to actually have that right ergonomics, to where the monitor on the laptop is in front of your eyes and the keyboard is up high enough to be in that ergonomic position for you to use all the time. You're gonna want one that is solid. It isn't gonna scooch around on the base. That's something that's really important. And you also want one that has space underneath it, to be honest. That's one thing, like most desks don't have that much storage space. And this one looks like it's hitting both of those. Look at all this extra space underneath. It's got the little lips on the front to kind of keep the laptop from sliding off. I'd be really curious to know, and let's take a look at the products here. Does it have little feet on the bottom that can help it from scooching around? It looks like it's got these little traction pads on here for when the laptop rests on it. That's also a huge plus, in my opinion. And it looks like it's sturdy construction on this. It's metal. Okay, that's good. Like, you want these holders for these laptops to be like heavy. And look at this. They're even showing you that you can store an extra keyboard down there if you want. See what I'm talking about? Like, you might want to put your glasses down there, or your keyboard, or an extra mouse, or a notepad, or whatever underneath. And it gives you extra storage underneath, which is really, really nice. So overall, it's looking good. And of course, this is why a lot of epic gamers like getting it, is the cooling that comes along with these. Now, depending on the function you're doing on your computer, you may not need the cooling, but for those of you that are doing video editing, or doing Photoshop, or doing gaming, or playing lots of videos, or uploading a lot, even MacBook Pros and MacBook Airs and stuff, in typical laptops get pretty darn hot on your hands. So I think that the extra cooling feature there is nice. You don't get as good of a cooling if it's sitting on your desk, right on top of your desk. So that gives you extra airflow for the laptop. And I just love this, like, see what I mean on this diagram here? You could slip your phone under there. You could put a phone with a charger, an iPad, whatever under there, and it just gives you extra storage at your desk area.
I feel like this one's designed like aesthetically for MacBooks, like 100%, because of the kind of aluminum chromey look, and that's what all the product marketing has it all with MacBooks. So I think this is like commonly bought in tandem with MacBook Pro, MacBook Air users, because it matches well with the design aesthetic, and you can get like the different colored versions of it that matches with whatever color MacBook you might have. So for us gamers, I don't know. Maybe
this is not a gamer cooler. Like, if you're gonna do a gamer, if you want a gamer one, you're gonna want one with like extra fans on the bottom. This one is for Mac laptops, or any laptop that, like a business laptop or something that doesn't require a lot of extra cooling. The iMac, the new one, is going to be for you. And these iMacs are a great all-in-one work computer. And so the application that people have been using it for, that have been working with me, have been actually online broadcasting and live streaming. Now, I want to put a huge caveat here. We don't have the benchmarks out yet on this computer, but it does have a modern processor. It has an SSD, and it's got, a lot of the modern fixins that you would like on a computer today, including a gorgeous screen. This is the thing that everybody falls in love with these freaking iMacs. This 4.5K, come on, why can't you do 4K, Apple? Whatever. 4.5K Retina display are freaking gorgeous, man. Like, these Retina displays, I'll be honest with you, Apple's displays are premium displays, and I understand why they charge so much money for them. It's absolutely gorgeous. The built-in camera on it, it's actually pretty decent for calls, for Skype, for FaceTimes, for Zoom. It's actually better than most webcams that you buy on the market. I'll be honest. Like, it's as good. It's almost as good as like a Logitech Brio or an AverMedia PW513. Their built-in cameras are good. Apple makes great cameras. They are a camera company. And the built-in cameras on these machines are solid, for real. And the built-in mic on it is actually really, really good. It's got a 3 mic array for crystal clear calls. You might just think that's marketing jargon. I have listened to the 3-mic array on these and compared it with like a studio USB mic. I've compared it to these USB mics that are like a couple $100. It's almost as good, man. I'm not lying. Like the mic array is really good. It doesn't have the bass, but it does have the clarity for calls. So if you're looking for something clean, where you're gonna look good on a call, sound good on a call, and you can just click a freaking button, iMacs really are it, man. Like they're really good. It's got a 6-speaker sound system built in. How they fit 6 speakers into this freaking unit, I don't know. But they did it. And it's and so what you want to do optimally is you put the iMac like toward a wall, essentially, and on top of a flat surface like a desk. And basically it's gonna push the sound out from the sides and through the back, and then that sound is going to reflect back towards you and have a bigger, louder sound. And it sounds really good, especially if you have it in the corner or against a wall. If it's in the middle of a room, it won't sound as big. But here's the big selling point that I'm glad they did. They gave you the option, Perrin, to expand from 556 gigabytes storage up to 512. Why is that important?
Well, does this say if it's SSD? It does. They said ultra
It's
fast
definitely
SSD.
SSD. Yeah.
So 256 of SSD, like that's nothing. You're gonna be able to fit like your operating system on there, and like you're gonna be able to download a couple of files. You can maybe install like, I don't know. You're not really gonna use this thing for gaming, but just for context, in terms of size, you can maybe install like one game on that. It's not nearly enough storage space. You're gonna instantly find yourself looking for more. So the fact that they do provide the option to go up to 512, that's good. I mean, ideally, I think 1 terabyte is the place to be, but at least you have the option to upgrade to 512. But the 256, I honestly wouldn't get it with the 256. It's just not enough. Like,
no,
unless you're running
I agree.
external storage that you can use, I guess. Like that's enough for the operating system alone, and that's kind of it, realistically. And you know, a lot of times I feel like Mac is very good for doing some light video audio editing, and that's going to require some more storage space too. And you just don't have that with the default setup here. So I would definitely opt for the 512 gigabyte option on this system for sure.
100%. I would also go with the 8-core GPU instead of the 7-core GPU if you can afford that upgrade. One thing I'd like to note here is that it only has 8 gigabytes of RAM in the Amazon version. That's not that much RAM. And so if you're looking to do hardcore video editing, hardcore streaming, hardcore gaming, you're probably not going to want to purchase this computer. You're going to want to use this computer for everyday work applications as like a media machine. And as they're branding it as a fast, snappy machine to use for everyday usage. 100%, it's going to be fast, snappy. It's going to load up those apps like that. It's going to look gorgeous and perform great. But if you're doing hardcore video and gaming applications, 8 gigabytes of RAM, Ross, that is not cutting it. I mean, you're going to need significantly more than that.
Yeah, and like you said, this is literally the perfect computer if you're only looking for something that you know you're going to use for work, but also a long-term investment. Something we haven't talked about here is the longevity of most Apple products, and they're only getting better over time. I know I'm still using a MacBook Air from 2013 that still works like it works like it's almost brand new. The space is an issue, you know, eight years down in the future, but it's perfect.
Yeah, it's true.
It's perfect
It's true.
for work. It's perfect for applications like Photoshop. It's perfect for stuff like Adobe Audition, light movie editing, like Perrin mentioned. They even have iMovie, which you can surprisingly do a lot with iMovie. But for the price you're going to pay for this, I know you take a look at it, you're like, but the thing is, you're not going to have to get a new one in 2 years. You're not going to have to get a new one in 4 years. You can have this system for a very, very long time. This is a long-term investment, and it's going to make your productivity with work or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, it's going to make you so much more productive. Like that's
exactly.
Yeah.
It's totally true, man. These last for freaking ever. Really quick, gaming creators, if you have not already entered our $1,100 Gaming Creator Bundle sweepstakes, you got to do it. Link in the description below. It includes Rode, who hooked us up with this Rode Procaster microphone, shock mount, boom arm, and the mixer to go with it. If you want to sound this good, let me just show you the package. It's freaking great. Take a look. It also includes this mixer right here, which is arguably the highest end creator mixer on the market, Plus, our friends at TubeBuddy threw in a Legend license if you want to step up your YouTube channel management game, and Restream threw in a license as well if you want to stream to multiple platforms at the same time and grow through live streaming faster. This costs $0 to enter. Link in the description below. If you want to enter the sweepstakes, if you want to sound this good, the exact package we use on the podcast every single day, and the tools we use to manage our channels and help our clients, all free as a part of this sweepstakes. Good luck. I hope you win. Adios, gaming creators. Appreciate you.